You always notice the new ones. When you live in a building for years, the rhythm becomes predictable. But that day, the rhythm changed. She moved into apartment 3B. Black hoodie, 3 suitcases, and one box labeled "Do not open." There were no friends, no family helping her. Just her and the box. That was the first red flag. The second you ask, she had taped over her peephole. Over the next few days, I started noticing things. She didn't order food, no deliveries, no trash outside her house. But every night, exactly at 2:14, I'd hear her walk across the floor. Same pattern, step, step, drag, step, step, drag, then silence, then the sound of water. Not a shower, like something being washed. I know I shouldn't have looked, but I did. One night I crept out and peeked under her door. I saw her feet, covered in blood. I needed to know what was going on, so I watched her. She left once every 3 days, always at dawn. Black duffel bag, come back 45 minutes later, empty hands. Funny. Once she left the door unlocked. I didn't go in, I'm not that stupid. But I did take something from the trash. A torn photograph. It was of a man, his face scratched out, but on the back it said, "I warned you." A week later, police came into a building. They were investigating a missing person. His name? Elliot Brooks. Last seen on our block. The same day she moved in. I couldn't sleep. I did not know what to do, who to tell everything to, because I knew she was hiding something. And then one night, the lights in her apartment flickered. Her blinds were open, and for just 3 seconds I saw inside. I shouldn't have, but I did. The walls were covered in newspaper clippings.
Today's story is about my crazy neighbor. I had just moved into this rental house. Super chill area, old neighbors, very quiet. And Mr. Gray, the guy next door, barely spoke. He was old, always had a hoodie on, and this musty smell whenever he walked by. Everything was fine. Well, the first week, I kept hearing digging sounds at night, like full-on shovel hitting something hard. Well, I thought maybe he was planting trees or doing some constructions. But then, one night, I was on my way to the bathroom, 3:30 a.m., and I looked out the window, and I saw him. In my backyard, hoodie on, holding a shovel. I couldn't see what he was digging, but it was deep. Then he dropped something inside, wrapped in a black plastic sheet. My stomach dropped. He had seen me. He slowly looked up, straight into my eyes, and smiled. And the next day, my backyard looked untouched, like nothing ever happened. It freaked me out. 2 days later, this neighborhood dog that always was about vanished. Nowhere any signs of him. Then I noticed a smell. It was faint but weird, like rotting meat. I told my landlord about it, but he said it was probably sewage. The worst part? A missing poster. It was for a woman. Young, beautiful. She lived 3 blocks down. Last seen walking her dog, the same dog that was now gone, near my street. My heart dropped, because that night I saw him digging. And I remembered a shadow behind him, not moving. I decided to call the cops anonymously, told them about the smell the night I saw him digging. They showed up, knocked on his door. No answer. They waited, then left. And that night, he came back and knocked on my door. I was scared, but I answered. He said, "I heard you've been hearing things." "No, sir, all good." I was scared, but I lied. He smiled again. Same creepy smile. And then he walked away. He was gone, disappeared, left everything behind. And then the police finally dug up the spot, and you would not guess what they found. A body, wrapped in black plastic, face smashed, hands tied, and a collar with the name of the missing dogs. They still haven't found him.